What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're talking Eagles, Falcons, Week 2 preview, Monday night. Let's get after it.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Welcome in, everybody. This is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. Every Wednesday, brought to you by Baggio's Bread, located in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Home of the best stuffed bread, tomato pie, sandwiches, cut with meatballs, you name it. Great desserts, too. Mention A2D Radio, get 10% off your order. As always, got Noah Eaton, Luke Brown, Greg Milakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in, baby. Phillies, Mets, we'll preview it at the end of the show. Sweep of the Rays. See you, Tampa. Thanks for stopping in. I'll give you your thoughts on that. Playing better baseball. Eagles, Falcons preview. Predictions. Players of the game. Everything's coming at you. Keys to victory. Right? The biggest key to victory, it's Primetime Kirk Cousins. But we'll give you all the keys to victory tonight. And our poll question. The Eagles will continue their dominance over Kirk Cousins Monday night. The Eagles will continue their dominance of Kirk Cousins Monday night. I guess you can say that both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah, I felt good with that. You know what I mean? I was just like, I'm not even reading the prompter. I just rolled. All right. Agree or disagree. The Eagles will continue their dominance of Kirk Cousins Monday night. Agree or disagree. You never want to get too high or too low, right? But let me sip on this Kool-Aid all night. Because what I watched after turning the football over, etc., which can happen, is an offense that was so goddamn explosive. I don't know who stops them. Like I said it before the week. It doesn't mean I'm smart. It just means on paper, like that's how lethal it was. And it played out week 1. And I don't see it not playing out in a home opener, week 2, all Monday Night Football. And I also believe we're going to get a better performance from our defense.
Yeah.
I want to believe with more of a, and I think why we've had success, and a lot of teams have, not everyone, but a lot of teams have had success in getting after Kirk Cousins is because he's a statue, right? And when a guy's in one place, it's a little easier to pin your ears back and get to that spot than it is when you got a guy that's going to move from spot to spot on you, right? As edge rushers, interior linemen, doesn't matter. So he doesn't beat us in these spots. Does that mean it will never happen? No. We're from Philly. We get it. All right. But it shouldn't, because we're a better football team than that. Let's just keep that 100. And it's our home opener. It's Monday Night Football. It's a game that you can't lose. Honestly, it's a game that you cannot lose. We're not calling nothing must wins, right? Week 2. But come on. You only get so many home games. And it's a team that's not as good as you. Improved football team? Absolutely not as good as the Eagles, right? There's no reason that they don't continue their dominance over Kirky. Bijan might rush for 200 from after what I saw Friday night. But besides that, we'll continue our dominance of Kirk. And I think I hope that we'll see a few turnovers too. So what do you guys say? Agree or disagree?
I agree as well. I agree. You look, more than anything, you look back at what the Falcons did against Pittsburgh, which was not very much, right? You could say we struggled offensively, right? Jalen didn't have a great game. And yet, again, you look up and there's 35 points on the board, and we left points out there, right? Jalen's interception late, and just the other mishaps that happened throughout the game. So I have no reason to believe we won't continue our dominance over Kirk Cousins. I agree, Tommy. They're not better than us. And that place is going to be absolutely bananas Monday night.
Yeah, it's going to be wild in there.
I'll agree too. I mean, Nicky Foles will be there. Kelsey will be there.
BDN night.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm going back home for that. That's exciting. But yeah, 100%. Definitely expect to win. I mean, albeit it is TJ Watt and Highsmith, some to do it in the NFL. They roasted that offensive line last weekend, like absolutely roasted. And you want to give Kirk Cousins blame. He looked horrible. He was second guessing even the chances he had to throw the ball. but he really didn't have too many chances to throw the ball. The run game was working. That kind of concerns me. But overall, absolutely, they should win this game. And I agree it is a must-win because we'll be asking ourselves a lot of questions if they don't pull this one out. But the main thing I want to look at is moving forward, right? Last year, it was rusty week 1. We kind of knew our problems, but the problem was that it never got solved. So the thing I'm looking at now more so than anything is, sure, Jalen looked pretty, worrisome, to say the least, turning the ball over. Pass rush wasn't there. A lot of concerns defensively. What I'm going to be looking at now is how do these things get coached up? Not saying you have to play a perfect game week 2, but what happened last year was that they showed flaws week 1, and they traveled all the way through the season. That can happen again. So through weeks 2 to 4, how are these mistakes? How are these things being handled and coached? That's what I'm looking at. How do they smaller get – I can't speak today. How do they get smaller and smaller problems as we move along the season?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I agree. This is, as you guys said, this is a very winnable football game. You're at home, Monday night, bright lights. Let's go get it done. The bottom line is you got to stop turning the damn ball over. All right. I mean, we kind of got away with that week 1 because let's face it, that turf was awful down in Sao Paulo. All right. So I'll give them a little bit of a pass, but the bottom line is you got to take care of the football. All right. The stats don't lie. I mean, we got away with it. That was, what was it? I believe Green Bay only turned it over once. We turned it over 3 times. Look, 82% of the time, you're going to lose that football game. But thanks to Saquon Barkley, we didn't. And thanks to his brilliant performance and a solid job by our offensive line, we were able to pull it out. Jalen looked okay at times, and then at other times, he was careless with the football. I mean, we need more consistency out of Jalen. That's, as Tom alluded to all summer long, we need Jalen to play like a top 10 quarterback in the NFL for us to get ultimately where we want to be in February, and that's hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. So I would love nothing more than to see Jalen look confident in the pocket, making the right reads, and hitting his targets downfield. Now, with that, of course, you got to have balance, and I hope they continue to run that rock with Saquon. Overall, I liked what I saw week 1, but, we got to fix these mistakes. It's got to happen. It's the NFL, man. You could go play any team. You could play a team that is far less talented than you, but if you just give it away and you're -2 or -3 in the turnover ratio, you're going to lose. It's that simple. Take care of the ball. And as Luke alluded to, this was a problem all last season. Of course, it bit us in the ass down the stretch. And, it's going to bite us in the ass again if we don't get that taken care of. But all in all, it's nice to be 1-0, but let's go 2-0 and let's keep it rolling. Honestly, a big key to me, obviously, is ball security, and defensively, need to see more of a pass rush. We got to get to Cousins. Granted, he's not very mobile, as Tom alluded to, so that should be a little bit easier. And we could put him on his ass and force him to throw some balls up for grabs, get some picks and get some turnovers and get things rolling in the right direction. Let's go, baby. Yeah, we can't F it up on Nick Foles night, can we?
No.
Come on.
No, and the turnovers. Oh, it is Nick Foles night. Perfect night to mess it up. Actually, it would be fitting. No, I mean, listen, he can't. Like I said, the first turnover, bad balls happen in this league, right? The second one's inexcusable, totally inexcusable, and the one under center down at the goal line can't happen too. So I mean, that's just the facts. Cannot. And the one is totally avoidable, and that's where it's a mental mistake. right? That's where knowing down and distance, knowing situations, right?
Yep.
Understanding score, right? That's what that's what you look at Jalen and say, oh, well, that's what he'll do. Always do a great job of, you would think, right? Because he is smart. I'm glad he didn't throw any during camp. So it's a positive. It's great. But that's,
I mean, look, I mean, it's no accident, guys. In 2022, we got to the Super Bowl. Why? Well, obviously, we were a talented football team, but more importantly, because Jalen took care of the football. That's it.
No, he did. No, and I think what you also brought up about the field being atrocious down there. I think that can only help our defense, right? I'm not giving any passes or anything, but obviously the Lincoln Financial Field is a lot better than a soccer stadium in Brazil.
Yeah.
No, and I hear you, and I think to your point, I think it'll help the pass rush, and there's a lot of things we need to fix, but it's nice to be able to talk about a win at the same time. I'd much rather have all those issues and be 1-0 than the other way around. So,
yeah, because I think if you look at this game too, right, with the unknown of playing in a foreign city, right, in one of those neutral site games against a good team in the Packers, right?
Right.
Some people had us losing, some people had us winning. So you come back, everybody has this game locked down as a W, right? In the season, like when you look at your season schedule, right? This game, your home opener, even though it's your second game, regardless of what you did in Brazil, was going to be a wash because those are like event games, right? Those games, like, yes, they count, but they're not real games. They're events. So the pomp and circumstance is different.
Right.
Now this is a football game, right? You're at home. You got it, your crazed fan base all fired up for a Monday night football game. Yeah, this is a pretty much must-win football game.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, it doesn't get any easier. You have New Orleans the week after, and then I believe Tampa Bay thrown in there somewhere. So, look, there's no cupcakes. They need to bring their A game. They need to secure the football, and they need to be ready for 60-minute fights here.
Tampa might be an issue because there's going to more than likely be a mush in the stands. So they're going to have to overcome the Bucks plus me being there. So it might be up on an uphill battle right now.
You're going to be at Raymond James?
Pretty most likely, yes.
There you go.
Yep. That's a blowout.
Yep.
I mean, SJM, yeah. I mean, everybody would feel good if Hurts went 22 or 30, 4 TDs and no turnovers on Monday night. But, I mean, he doesn't even need to put up those numbers. He just needs to not turn the football over. I mean, I know it's like easier.
Oh, he locked up.
Of him now going back to last year, right? This has been a problem. And sometimes when you talk about it too much, right, you're overanalyzing it internally. Well, you can't hear me?
No, you're
good.
Got me now.
Better now.
You just froze for a minute or a second. Not a minute. You froze for a second.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm good.
You're back though.
Yeah, I don't know, but now I'm good. Now I'm done. It's over. It's over now. No,
you're right though.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you say you're right though, because the more to talk about it, the more it internalizes inside, and the more it becomes more of a distraction than just it being football, right?
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
about it.
Huh?
Like we're tweeting about it. Like
yes.
we're keeping counts in preseason of like not turning the ball over, and then it's like we're almost talking about it too much.
And we're talking into existence because we know it's going to happen, right? It's the NFL. Everybody turns the football over.
Yeah.
You just hope you don't do it at such a frequent rate.
Yeah, you just gotta I always think with interceptions,
inopportune time.
Yeah.
17 game schedule. I would say I need my interceptions around 12. 12 and under.
Yeah, I think Love it.
How many did you throw last year?
Well,
I get you.
I would love single digits, right? But in a pass happy league.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Pass happy league, I think that 12 and under is a good mark. Because if you're throwing like 24, you're 24 for 12, like you got a good ratio. you're 2-1. It's not,
Right. Last year he threw 15. So if you expect him to, he's going to have more passing attempts, you would think. I'm honestly okay with 13, 14.
All right,
as
well, how
long
many
as
fumbles did
because
he
that
have?
touchdown number is going to be way up too.
How many fumbles did he have?
He had 6.
He had 6.
That doesn't mean they lost all of them. I don't know how many of those. Oh, 4 out of the 6 were lost. So, like, he had 2 yesterday, 1 was lost, or
So he's
Friday.
So he's averaging 1 a game last year. He pretty much averaged a turnover a game.
Yep.
Yeah. But previously, right? So 21, he had 9. 22, he had 6.
No,
Right.
And then INTs. This is INTs. And
he
then
missed some games in 2022. What did he miss? 2 games?
I think 3.
Well, he played
Wait,
15
the
games
last
in both
one?
those seasons. He played
Yeah, so
15
he played
games
15.
in both those
Yeah.
seasons.
So he missed 3 of
2.
those games in 2022. So he threw 6 though. But like 6 in 15 games is nothing.
Yeah.
So like I said, maybe he throws 10, but now we're making him throw a lot of turnovers in 3 games, right?
Yeah.
Which, at that rate, you say maybe he throws 2. So you're talking about 8 in 17 games. Like, dude, this team's walking the broad street. You understand me? Does everyone understand me? If this motherfucker, right, we're just going to get after it tonight. If this guy, sorry for calling him a motherfucker. I take that back, right? I take it back. I got in the heat of the moment. I don't mean to call him like that. But if this cat, right, if this guy can keep those turnovers, that will go 10 and under. You go 10 and under. It's a monster year. It's a monster year because there's no way he's not throwing 20 TDs minimum.
Oh,
We're talking minimum. So right. So you're hoping he throws like 28.
he threw 23 last year. So
Yeah, can I get a jump to 28? Can I get that extra on the top? Can I get 28 and 10?
I mean, he played like crap and he threw 2 tutties. So
he's a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
And still played like shit.
yeah.
So it almost tells us that we talked about it too much. Not us, but internally you could overanalyze it. And now I'm not just going. I'm not reacting. I'm thinking about not turning the ball over back. I don't turn the ball over this play. I roll out.
Elliot Shore Parks is going to tweet about me.
I see AJ. I think I got him. I throw it. It's a pick. Right. But he just listen. Nobody wants a game manager, right? I ain't paying a QB to be a game manager. I don't even like that.
There you go, Wayne.
Right, but like I need him to not try to do too much sometimes.
Right. Well, I was going to give a term for you. I was, instead of game manager on this team with these weapons, I think he needs to be what he was in 2022. People think he was amazing, and he was, but the reason he was so great, he was just a point guard. That's really all he was. Taking what the defense was giving you. And then what we saw on Friday is what we saw a lot of 2022. Okay, last drive of the game. Can you give me a 6-minute drive? Now you beat me with your legs. Now you win us the game. That's the formula. That's what's going to win us all these games. And that's why I'm intrigued after week 1. So he needs to be the point guard and take those throw across the bodies, like take what the defense is giving you. But at the end of the game, he put on a clinic on that drive. 2nd and long. Can you get us 3rd and manageable or a first down? They trusted him to throw the ball there, make the right decision after turning the ball over 2 times. So, I mean, that's really what he needs to be, is a point guard more than anything.
That's what he was at Bama on those drives.
Yep.
I mean, it's the same, like, forget what happens in the other 58 minutes of football, right? To your point, or 55 minutes of football. On those drives, even back then, that's what he was. Yeah. Oh, you want to give me the crease to run? Good, I'll run for 7 yards, right? I'll put us in a 2nd and 3, right? Like stuff like that. Okay. Oh, you're gonna give me wherever. You're gonna give me the short underneath throw, the 5-yard cross. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it for 5 yards, right? I'll chip. And then what happens is when you're chipping a lot, right, we go motherfuckers again. They come up. At some point, like muscle memory takes over. You see something over and over again, right? Then guess what? You start coming up on it. Then you get the double moves. Then you get guys wide open. And with these guys, it ain't hard to get them wide open. So that's where, and I think this offense will do. Listen, I got a lot of confidence and Kellen Moore in this offense. I've seen Devontae Smith move around more than he ever has. Okay. And that's what he needs to do because you can get mismatches all over the place. But the biggest thing of all of it, and I keep saying this and people debate it, when guys go in motion, you find out what the other team is running. It's a 101. Now, can teams still disguise? Of course they can. All right. But you get an idea. You have a better understanding of what defense they're running right now. And the biggest part of it is you get a guy in a mismatch, hopefully. That's the whole point of audible and into stuff. That's the whole point of it's the whole point of tape. The whole point of practice. So,
You're talking practice?
But I want to get into the next game. But this is the things that I have a lot of confidence in Kellen, though. And I do, and I really don't want to believe these turnovers are gonna be something we're talking about 5 weeks from now. I just really hope. I really don't want them to be, and I hope they won't be.
Kind of to Luke's point and your point too about being a point guard, right? He's got too many physical skill sets to be a bad quarterback, right? Like he's too physically gifted between his strength and his arm, even though it's not a super duper. He made some really good throws despite being bad. He made some really good throws on Friday night, right? And then, like you said, that last drive, he nutted up and played winning football. He's too physically gifted to throw 23 interceptions in a season, right? He's too physically gifted. We got to get him down, and I think he plays well Monday night. They got a decent front four, but outside AJ Terrell, they don't really have anybody that's going to scare you in the back half. I mean, Bates is out there.
Yeah, Bates.
Right, but he's a safety.
No, it's back half.
Well, right, but I'm saying he's not gonna one-on-one any of our receivers, right? He's just gonna be kind of floating.
Yeah, and you saw that with Jair Alexander. He couldn't afford to shadow AJ across the field because Devontae was killing him. And then there was even a point where they let Devontae go out wide and AJ lined up in the slot, which seems like a pretty logical, reasonable thing to do to get a guy open. We didn't see that all year last year. Nope. So you would like it better already.
And he cooked Alexander all night.
Yeah, I mean, which he's, like I said, he's the top 5 wide receiver in football. And that ain't even up for debate. Yeah. It's not up for debate. And it's not even like, hey, where do you think A.J. Brown is? He's like 8? Go punch yourself in the face. And I love you, Bri, but literally square yourself up that you don't have this guy as a top 5 guy in football. I understand the names that are out there. I get it. I get it. But with the speed and the physicality, he's a mismatched nightmare for the best. Now, you can't say that about every cat, that they're a mismatched nightmare for everybody, right? Like, you can put Tyreek Hill up there. You could put, like, if you want to, you can put Justin Jefferson. You could, there's a lot of great names that you could throw up there. I get it. Right? But this guy got Devontae Adams over him. Like, at one point of his career, sure.
Yeah.
But AJ Brown's 26 years old. Like, he's Terrell Owens like. If he continues this production, he's a gold jacket. Just like his running mate. Just like his motherfucking running mate. Say it again. All right? Said it on draft night. That cat, gold jacket. And we said it Sunday, right? It's like Jerry Maguire. It's Jerry Maguire here. It doesn't look as bad. It doesn't hurt as bad as it looks. You know what I mean? Or right? It's never as bad as it looks.
I mean,
he gets smoked over the net.
Yeah.
Tommy, I may be going out on a limb here, but I think Smith and Brown are both first ballot Hall of Famers.
Oh,
I really believe that.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't got two torn ACLs on Monday night now.
Oh, boy.
Just got we're just building their sculpture. You know what I'm saying? He got done. I got done art class.
Hopefully it's bigger than the AI sculpture.
Oh my God! Imagine. I mean, you really want to go size appropriate, right? Because that guy's 5'11". I'm going to continue to say that to everybody.
Oh yeah, he never saw 6 foot in his life.
Yeah, I'm 6'1.5". I'm like, yeah, what up, man? How are you down? You good down there? You cross my ass up, you dunk on my ass at probably 45. You probably still dunk on my ass. Wayne, I mean, yeah. You don't think he's top 5, Wayne? Wayne says, not sure if I ever punched myself in the face. I'll have to check with my buddies. But my question is, do you deserve to? Like, that's what I'm asking you. Like, if guys out there don't have AJ Brown top 5, like, what you on? Like, what are you on? What's the doctor prescribing you?
I think there's 3 guys definitely ahead of him. I think
All right, give me
that 4-5, I think you could slot him in there. Maybe I'm forgetting somebody. Jefferson, Tyreek, and CeeDee Lamb are probably definitively ahead of him. Outside of that, I think you could have a conversation.
Man.
I'll give you those.
Lynch 33. You never know, brother. Wait
Yeah,
for later in the show.
No, I think I'll give those 3. I'll give those 3. But
I mean, top 4 receiver, we were begging for that for years. I'll take that
Yeah.
all day. I'm not trying to slander the guy's name. It's amazing.
Yeah, Kyle, well, we're just doing it because it came up with Wilson a few weeks back when he was trying to be negative about the season, so it would go the right way for us. You know what I mean? And he just got ahead of himself, which he does.
Is AJ better than Jamar Chase as of today? I don't know how you say he's not.
He's been better than Jamar Chase since Jamar Chase has been in the league, and that ain't a shot at Jamar Chase.
Consistency with Jamar. I like Jamar Chase a lot, but he's not. No, not now.
Well, I'm just going to say something. What year was he drafted in?
He was the year after Burrow, so what was that? They went to the Super Bowl the next year. Was that his rookie year?
He was drafted 21.
When was Devontae drafted?
I think that year. I knew you were going.
Oh, it was 20. No.
Jamar Chase went 5, Waddle 6, Devontae 10. That was the Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance draft. Kyle Pitts, right? We'll see Kyle Pitts this week.
That's a good one. So I'll say it again, like I said on draft night. Devontae Smith is the best wide receiver in that class. And I'll stand by it. And I'm never going to run from it. Like Waddle a lot. Like Waddles. Okay. I like Jamar. I do. I think he's still a little bit of a one-trick pony. Right. Like it's boom or bust. Right. It's got to be the big play. Makes sense. It's always feel like it's the big play with Jamar, which I'm good with.
Well, it does because he's got 29 TDs.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him. He's a big play specimen.
Yeah.
I just have always thought Devontae's better. And listen, you come after me for this one, and it's fine. You know what I mean? People want to come at me. It's agree to disagree. Like, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but it's not that far off from you talking about where they were drafted to, where they were drafted. I'm not saying I'm taking Devontae 3, right? Because you don't have 29 touchdown upside. You understand? He doesn't have that. But I think he's the better overall receiver, the better route runner. Doesn't always make your numbers better, right? Especially when you ain't the one somewhere. You know what I mean? He's not the one. Same with AJ. He's not the one. He's the one, but he's not the one, right? Like when you got 2 guys, it takes away production a little bit.
Those three stats are so close together. Like it's a debatable argument. You know what I mean? Like
Devontae's and
Jamar, Waddle, and Devontae.
Yeah, I think Jamar's missed a lot more games, and Burrow's missed a shit ton of games too.
Yeah, so Jamar's 274 for just about 3,800 with 29 tutties. Waddle's 256 for 3,518. Devontae's 247 for 3,260 and 19. So they're all real close in there. And
it's just the upside of Jamar with the touchdowns.
Yes.
Is why you draft the guy that high. And the relationship with Barrow. But my point was, it's like, dude, you're giving me the best overall route runner in this draft and a future gold jacket at what? What are we getting? 10, 9?
10.
Yep. So, love it. Was that Mike's draft too?
Yep. He went 11. Yeah.
He went 11. Nah, that was, Greg, we remember this talk.
It was 13, right? Because when it got to almost our pick, we were all up, right? Because 13 was almost there, Smith, and then Micah.
Yep, that was where I was divided.
Smith,
Luke.
Fields, Parsons.
Yeah, Fields is good. But,
yeah.
Well, Luke, that's where I was at on draft night. It's like Micah was my number 1 on the board. Like from the start of the draft. Like it wasn't even up for debate. Like the best player in that draft was Micah Parsons. And I would have taken him 1. I don't give a fuck. You understand? Like, I don't care. Because now my defense is going to be awesome. And I'll figure it out. Right? I'll go get Gardner Minshew. Right? I'll figure it out. Right? But Surtain was right there with me. Like another gold jacket, Greg. There was 3 of them that I said gold jackets, and they all fell in a ways. In a little bit. Well, Surtain might not fell that much, but
yeah, I mean, early on, Surtain was. See, what happens is the quarterbacks get thrown in there when the draft actually happens, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Zach Wilson, Trey Lance aren't really a 2-3 pick, but when
Mac Jones wasn't Mac Jones that year too?
No, he was not.
That was the next year.
That was the next year. Yeah.
Well,
right.
listen. Like my point is, you wouldn't have went wrong organizationally with either one of those 3 guys.
Yes.
Right? And you can't say that every draft, right? Like there's like look at all the talent in that draft. It's pretty crazy, right? But like Micah makes his defense top 10 every year. You got a game plan for a guy who can just get after the quarterback at will, right? Surtain, you can't even throw his way, essentially.
He just got paid, and rightfully so.
Yeah, and Devontae was like that sleeper throughout it, where, I'm glad. I don't know who I would rather have. And Devontae's like my son, right? But like, if you tell me like that's the only thing that sucks about it is like Micah.
We might have him next year.
We could have him anyway.
Because Dallas ain't going to have enough money anymore.
Well, not how we are, but yeah, sure. Bring him in. Listen, he semi wants to be here.
He definitely was.
I don't think it's a secret at all.
No, he does not shot. The thing of what makes Micah Parsons, Greg, it goes back to that night. The thing that makes Micah Parsons great is he always wants to compete too. Like he's an uber competitive guy at everything. Like we saw it in that rookie show, right? And it was like, dude, that dude. Now you find out more about a guy. You're like, how's that guy gotta go 1? Like who interviews that guy and doesn't be like,
I don't know. I'm Penn State guy myself. He didn't want to play the whole season because they thought they'd be shit and blamed it on COVID. But that's just me. I don't know. That's just me. He didn't want to play because of COVID. Just like Jamar, same thing.
Yeah, but that whole time frame was so different, right? Because we'd never seen it, and they had their careers. They both knew they were top. You know what I mean?
You're right. It's easy to hate on them a little bit.
Yeah,
it's easy.
But I hear you though. I hear you because they were pretty good that year.
Yeah,
and we could have used them on that defense. Yeah. And I'm sure being up there rubbed you the wrong way for sure.
Well, I wasn't there, but that still was a fan. Rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I know it did my dad. So you're not entirely like off base with it. I try and use that time frame and period of life just to like kind of, all right, it was kind of a weird time for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it was. It was. So I don't even like whatever happened there with players is like whatever, Not saying it was like, okay, whatever his situation was, because I don't necessarily remember it. All right. Preview, predictions, players of the game.
Pound that like, fam. Let's go.
Giddy up. Right? So you got a chance to win some money. Nobody won last week. We'll bring it up to $50. $50 in the kitty to whoever hits the score. And you need offensive, defensive player of the game. That is your tiebreaker. So let's go. It'll go up every week if nobody wins. It'll go up every week. Well, I said they need to score 30 a week. So I'm gonna go 35. 35-21.
I like it. I want that 17 number to be all over our defense all year.
Mm-hmm.
I want that 17 number. I will go 31-17.
I was at 30-17. There you go.
Give me.
I can't wait for this one. I'm actually super excited for this one.
I'm not going to go crazy. I think it'll be a lower scoring game. Give me 27-17. Birds.
Okay.
forgot to check the line before we
I think it's
went.
at 6, or at
Yeah,
least it was earlier today.
Yeah, it opened at 6.
I think our defense will play much better this week, and I'm sure I think our pass rush will be better.
6.5, 47 right now. So it's essentially a tutty.
We doing players of the game now, or is that later?
Yeah, mine's going to stay where it was last week. That's Jalen Hurts. It's got to be.
All right.
It's got to be. So
on the defensive side,
we haven't gotten there yet.
Quinyon Mitchell.
Okay.
All right.
Offensive player. Offensive player of the game. I will. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I'll go AJ Brown. I think we left him off last week.
Yeah.
Pete, you better knock this shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no such thing as stingy with this offense. It ain't nothing should be coming in here and being stingy where they don't drop 30 on somebody's ass. Right? Don't even go into it thinking that way, babe. You know what I mean? Don't even go into it thinking like, oh, nope, because we're already letting them off the hook. I mean, that's a win, but we're letting them off the hook. That's all. No, would you like to give an offensive player of the game?
Did New Luke go?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure, why not? Let me go Devontae Smith. Has 105 yards receiving and finds the end zone.
I think we're due for a two-sack Jalen Carter game. Been waiting for it. And as long as he doesn't get doubled on every snap, I think this is the game for that. And if you really look at it, he does not get a lot of calls because he pisses the refs off the whole game because he's doing some stupid – he's acting like a fool the whole game. Unnecessary roughness, tugging someone's leg, whatever it might be. He doesn't get any holding calls. I saw him get a hold 4 different times. They didn't call it. I think he gets home twice, so I'll go with him, defensive player. Offensive player, I mean, you can't not say Saquon. As long as he's healthy, the offense, as much as people want to say it runs through Hurts, the reason his job is so easy is because of 2-6. So I'm going to go Saquon.
Defensively, I'm going to go CJ with a pick.
I almost went there, yeah.
Just maybe all over the field.
Shut Greg up game.
Yeah.
How dare you criticize the high and mighty CJGJ? How dare you? No, I love it though. Because you obviously know Kirk and the Falcons are going to throw, right? You know what I mean? I'm going to take his counterpart. I'm going Ed Reed Blankenship. I think he played a really good game. He was the best safety back there last week. Sorry, can you say that? But no, I think he continues to play well. And that whole secondary, I think, is going to play really well with Q. Oh, happy birthday. No, is your birthday? What do you got balloons back there for?
Oh, that ain't mine.
I'm like squirrel. I see balloons. I'm like squirrel.
No, I don't know. Probably my kid brought them home from somewhere. Who knows?
Not birthday boy. It's just to clarify.
Yeah.
Not his birthday. Sorry.
Not my birthday. Not till June.
Who, Johnny, talking about CJ?
I think he's talking CJ.
If he doesn't get embarrassed again, Tom, I hated seeing it, but I think he's knocking off the rust. A bet happens on D. Yeah, but I also think like forget him like going at people, like just the side of, they're like hard tackles. Like
oh yeah.
Like we're acting like he's like whiffing like in the hole, or like he's got a guy like easy should bring him down. He's not like he went on a fucking slip and slide.
That was just one bad miss the whole game.
And I think it's like, and I think that just like overreacted Twitter Nation, X Nation to like make it seem like he had the worst game of all time. Like, I'm not saying if you go back and grade him out that he was good. I don't know, right? But like the odds, I didn't think he played the worst game ever. I think he got fucking beat in space, which again, it's the hardest position in football. Like, you know what I mean? Those guys know where to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not making excuses for it, but like that doesn't worry me. I think he's a really good football player. I think he makes our defense better. You know, I don't get caught up in what this generation wants to talk about after a game. I just don't get caught up into it. Like, these guys are going to talk. They're going to go to social media. They're going to go back at fans. Like, that's what half of them do anyway. So you just accept it if the guy is a physical cat, wants to get after it, and makes your defense better. You know,
no, he definitely brings that edge for sure.
Yeah,
he does.
You give us content to post. So it's like a win all around. Like, you know what I mean? It's a win all around. Now,
we were complaining last year it had no edge too. Now he's talking shit after a win and we're complaining. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, like we want some edge.
Yeah.
Tristan Cooper played this week.
Yeah, he did. That's going to be very, very interesting in my opinion because Noah brought it up a little bit.
Granted, he played 6 snaps, but he did play.
Yeah, like Noah brought it up briefly. Like Quinyon Mitchell for a rookie in his first start out there on week 1 on a slippery field looked really good.
Yeah.
Really good. So like when Isaiah Rodgers comes back in there, in my opinion, you're going to have a hard time being like, yeah, Quinyon, you're going to have to go to the slot. I don't know, like someone's going to have to fill that void. And it looks like Maddox can't do it. Can Rodgers play there on a consistent basis?
To that point, right, everybody thought with Rodgers being gone, Keely Ringo was going to be that guy. Keely Ringo played 4 snaps.
Yeah.
And they were probably all special team snaps.
He was in on 1 third down.
I think Quinyon's going to have a big year. And I like the way he plays corner. He's physical too. He's not afraid to get after it. Not afraid to make a tackle. He's
my favorite.
I don't know. He kind of reminds me of Bobby, a more talented Bobby Taylor in a way from back in the day. Big physical corner who's can do it all.
Our favorite DeJean highlight.
Oh, Mitchell.
Was him running down to
baby.
to talk shit to Jalen Reed after he broke up that pass.
Yeah.
That was the best. That was his best play.
It just made you feel like he's engaged. He's physical. Yeah. He wants to get his beak wet, which you saw. No problem tackling, unlike Darius. So you like that because you can deal with one of your guys wanting no parts of it, but you can't deal like you did last year of like you had 2. You had 2 guys who had wanted no parts of any bit of tackling on the outside, and then we blame our linebackers. Well, to win on defense, everybody's got to want to tackle. That's why you play defense. You got to want to tackle enough. So I think that really helps us too, having them on the outside.
Interesting looking at these snap counts. Britton Covey got 9 snaps on offense.
Yeah, a lot of motion from him and Shipley.
And Dotson had 32 snaps. They had 76 snaps on offense.
He didn't even get looked at the whole game.
Dotson had 32, but I thought what they did with him was good, right? Kind of like what they did with Shipley, right?
Yeah.
Constantly moving him around, seeing what the defense was doing. I think you're going to start to see him, I think maybe this week, right? I think you're going to start to see him like be targeted again, right? Start to be targeted. I think he probably had only 1 or 2 targets. The one on the sideline that he almost let get picked off.
Yeah.
That was the only one that I remember, but I'm sure there was another 1 or 2. But he did play a decent amount of snaps, just shy of half of the snaps there on in his first week. So I think they're going to start to target him more. But the Britton Covey, I guess when you only dress 5 wide receivers, you can't just have one guy sitting there as the returner. You got to have to put him in every once in a while.
For sure. If you haven't over on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. Let's go.
Come on.
Over 50 people watching, 26 likes. I mean, it's just unacceptable, right?
Let's
We're in
go.
a big week. We have Monday Night freaking football.
Monday night.
Pound it. I actually hate that it's Monday night because we do Sunday shows.
Yeah, I know.
So now it's like, well, are we going to do Sunday again? We do another preview? No, we got to go on after the game now. You know what I mean? We're in it, Greg.
And now it's a late night. I got a golf Tuesday morning. Like
it
it just throws so many things off.
Yeah, I gotta drive a kid. I gotta drive to school every day. I'm not even going. I'm tired of going already. I'm tired of going. I'm not even going to school. I'm tired of school. I'm ready for something. And I know people say they're ready
Get the
for
bus.
something.
Get the bus. We know the kid wants the bus
He wants
anyway.
the bus.
Put him
He
on
does
the
want
bus.
I can't put a 3.5-year-old on a bus. I cannot. You know what I mean? I would have to follow that bus driver for a month. You know what I'm saying? A month straight. He had the same Chevy behind me. You know what I'm saying? What's this guy doing? I'm just freaking. I'm just creeping. I'm here, making sure when you're taking those turns, you're not. You know what I mean? You ain't whipping it. You got some things to check out. But no, you wouldn't want the bus. But no, yeah. Getting up for school sucks. Like I hated it then.
Making sure he's actually dropping them off at school.
Well, they're never on time. Like at 9:20, 9:20. Yeah. I'm saying that at 9:33. I'm still standing there. I mean, the first day was the best. The first day was classic. Got all these people around us, right? We got a little quick story down. All these people around us. I'm waiting out there. I'm Solwell Len's in the car with the baby. One of the teachers, not his, walks out and goes, Cassie's parents here. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Can you come here? I'm like, oh my God. Like, what happened? First day, right? First day. I'm like, stomach dropped a little bit. Not sure if it's, whatever. I go up there. She's like, yeah, he's really upset because he's not taking the bus home. And I'm like, what? What? Like, what? Said, come here, dude. What's wrong? I want to go on the bus. I said, you don't need the bus. I said, Daddy's the bus driver. We're gonna go walk by him. So I went. We walked by the bus. He saw him. So day 2, he still comes out instead of being all excited to see me. He's like, I want the bus. I'm like, we're doing it again, day 2. So then I got a bribe. You know what I mean? And I got to get on the bribe mode. So I'm like, listen, if you don't cry for the bus, we're gonna go get a surprise. Comes out the next day, Daddy, we're gonna get the surprise. Like, you remember? Like, all right, yeah, we're gonna get something. Spend more money you don't have. Let's go. But yeah, I just thought it was so funny. Like you want to wait. I'm here ready to take you home. You want to ride the bus?
He knows the family lineage.
Yeah, he knows. He does. He says it. He says Mimi's bus. That's what he says. Mimi's bus. Mimi ain't driving. And then you get a New Jersey train, the bus flies by. He's like, Papa. Papa was still driving if they left.
Oh, he'd hop back in.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't changed his name and put a new application in.
He thought about it. Like, not even changing his name, but he thought about going back. I'm like, are you out of your mind? It was like 3 or 4 years ago. I'm like, are you okay? Go back. What are you talking about?
We know that answer. No, he's not. He's out of his mind.
Go back and drink gallons of iced tea and doing 75 hours a week. Like, no, bro. No, knock it off. Knock it off. Now you can't get him off a softball field. No. Now guy's umpiring every weekend.
Look at Wayne.
He's still umping.
Oh,
nice.
It was like 45 games in a weekend. Dude can't even move. Yeah, he can't even move. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Was he up in? What's he down in Florida umping?
No, he does it up here.
Yeah, he comes back.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's all. John says, was Swift horrible? No, I don't think Swift was horrible.
Taylor?
I'm not gonna lie, I went there too for a little bit. Like, what the hell is he talking about?
I was running through the players this year. I'm like, we don't have a Swift this year.
I'm just gonna say she's not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna say, like, I actually get after a few of her songs. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna run from it.
We're all just living in it.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna run from it. You guys want to act like you don't get Swiftied sometimes. That's on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not telling you I'm buying posters, babe. Or or I'm buying Apple, buying music, right? But got some good songs out there.
They're catchy for sure.
They are catchy. You're a country guy like me, Greg. Are you guys?
Yeah.
What do you listen to, Luke?
I mean, whatever's on, I'll listen to. But I'm not a country guy. I'll be honest with you.
I said the same thing at your age. So I listen to whatever's on, right?
Yeah, we'll get there.
And I said I'm not a country guy, and it changed. So you'll be there. We'll see you soon.
I will tell you, one of the best Pandora stations is Scott Stapp Radio. Scott Stapp Radio is one of the best Pandora stations because you get a little bit of everything on that one, and it is epic.
No, what do you listen to? Like Led Zeppelin?
I just put on. Usually it's either WIP or XTU.
And
all
all right.
I'm usually here. I'm usually half asleep going down the interstate to work.
Oh,
That took a left turn.
yeah. He might take a left turn tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to laugh about it.
Oh,
The guy takes
shit.
a left.
Wow, where did that guardrail come from?
Yeah, I was like, you were like, yeah, we were jamming, and then he's like, well, I don't know. I'm usually half asleep. Okay, all right. Let's get Noah to bed here.
Let's get him to sleep.
Yeah, right. Nice. I don't know. Little MMR, little XTU, little WIP, and and then I say, oh well, I'm at work now.
All right.
Enough said.
Let me ask you guys: you think he turns the football over a lot Monday night?
One. I got one.
Captain Kirk.
No. I got one.
I'll go one. Yeah.
Our guy Hurts, no turnovers. Come on. We can have one damn game without a turnover. Let's make it Monday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go none too. I'm gonna go. I can't believe I'm on no. I'm on side team no here. I'm going none. Let's go.
Yeah, I hear you.
None. I almost said two.
I think we picked Captain Kirk off three times. How about that?
3 picks. 3 picks.
Three.
A 3-piece nugget.
3.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, my Lord.
I mean,
And
fucking
one of
85
them's
Bears.
one of them's going to the house.
Was it the 01 Ravens? What team was that? What Ravens team was that?
Oh, the
85
2000 Ravens, yeah.
2000 Ravens.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah.
01. All right. Because the 85 Bears is like the 85 Bears, right? Nobody says the 2000 Ravens like that. You know what I mean? And they were awesome. They were the close thing like modern day to being awesome. Defenses aren't like that anymore. And people aren't like that anymore. Nobody's hitting the we went up 2 likes after the statement. 2 likes, same amount of people watching. Hit it.
Come on, that's the best way to support us. Let's go.
Hit the fucking button. Drill it. Well, so Noah's got 3 turnovers from Kirk. How many you guys got? Any?
1,
2.
2, 1 or 2.
Ed Reed Blankenship gets another. Speaking of the Ravens.
I'll say 1 and a strip sack. And Don says, what edge rusher shows up?
Oh, that's a good one.
So,
Well, Huff might not play, right? He's in the doghouse, isn't he?
I love Vic Fangio. I'm sorry. I can get used to this. He tells it like it is. He doesn't give a shit at all. He's like, yeah, Devin White, he wasn't good enough to play. And Bryce Huff, what does it got to take for him to get in the field? Well, he's got to play better than the guys in front of him. I love that. You never hear that anymore. He tells it like it is. He doesn't give a shit at all.
Yeah.
I like that. I do.
Yeah.
It's a kick. It's a kick in the ass. Our defense definitely needs.
Yeah, I'll say Bryce Huff gets a strip sack. Right, you get called out a little bit, right?
I think BG might be our best, most consistent edge rusher, which is a problem.
Big problem.
But as I've said,
he's like 47 years old.
yeah, Fangio does coach, like we talked about last week, from the secondary in. Even his best defenses in Denver never really got to the quarterback that much. And you're also thinking about it, the team he's coaching with right now. He's saying to himself, well, if my offense can go and score 30, I can pretty much be okay with bend, don't break, give up a bunch of field goals.
Yeah.
That should be good enough to win us some games. So that's pretty much how he's coaching these games. And your talent, which is different than what we're used to watching, but their talent is in the secondary. It's not on the defensive line for the most part.
Well, listen, I'm an old school cat in ways too. And I do love the accountability. Sorry, on the defense side of the football. I think it's important. Even on both sides of the football, but even more so defensively. If guys don't want to tackle, if guys don't want to try to stop the run, if guys want to be one-dimensional, Like, and you got to call him out or you got to not play him. Like, I love it. No matter how much money he spent. Like, it doesn't matter to me, Josh. Like, they had to do that. It was the best edge rusher on the market at the time, right? You had to replace Hassan Reddick's production somewhere.
Yep.
And they were hoping it could be Bryce Huff. Now, the story's not over, right? You know what I mean? It's not over. Guy can still get double-digit sacks this year. So we don't know. But I think the kick in the ass, like Luke said, right? Like you get a little kick in the rear, or it was Greg, but you get that kick and maybe it wakes you up, right? Maybe you have a pulse. Maybe you want to stop the run at times, right? Maybe you get low and you get around the edge. I don't know. But I'm not excited that Brandon Graham's my best guy out there, but Brandon Graham will stop the run. Even at his older age, Brandon Graham still wants to stop the run. That's what made him, Brandon Graham, a really good defense end here for a long, long time. It's because he was never one-dimensional. Yep. He was never one-dimensional. Now, is he fit for the 3-4?
I remember when.
Probably not, right? Probably not. He's probably not your ideal 3-4 guy. But it's what, man, he's a leader. So, I don't mind. I don't mind if that's a 50-50 snap count split. Like, that doesn't, because, like, we didn't expect Bryce Huff to come in here and be getting 100% of snaps. He didn't do that in New York. Like, it's well documented him in the run game. Right?
Didn't he play less than half of the snaps with the Jets last year?
I think so. Like, he's not an every down guy. So,
and he still was able to pull 10 sacks out of that.
So I don't know what people were thinking. Like, did people think we spent $51 million for the edge rusher? We didn't spend $51 million for an every down guy. Now you can have a problem with that, right? Teach your own. Have an issue with that. I'm not telling anybody not to, but know what we got. So why even ask the question? So the dryer fucking sheet that asked the goddamn question at the presser is the real fucking moron. That's the moron. I just like trying to keep it real. That's the moron. Like I would say, if I'm Vic, I would say back. I like what he said, but I would say back. Hey, bud, did you think we signed them to be an every down guy? Like, are you good? Like, who told you to ask that question? Your boss? Like, who asked? Who told you that? Your wife? Who brought that question up to you?
And you got to remember, I mean, for some of the young guys that might be struggling, I mean, you don't want to lose hope yet. I mean, you got to go back way back when Graham started his career. He struggled for a while. It took him a good 2 or 3 years to get going.
Well, I think, like, Josh, that's the thing. Like, that's not, you got to look on the other side of the football. You ain't looking at Josh Sweat who's making more money than everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Like, instead of looking at Bryce Huff, looking at an every down guy like Josh Sweat's supposed to be. Did he play?
Yes, he did.
I know he did, but I didn't see him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know he played, but I didn't see him milk carton.
You're right.
All right.
He had 41 snaps. Bryce Huff had 30. Defensive line snaps, I'll give you that one. Jalen Carter, 51. Josh Sweat, 41. Jordan Davis, 35. Brandon Graham, 32. Nolan Smith, 31. Bryce Huff, 30. Milton Williams, 28. And then Ajomo, 14. There's other Booker was 8, but that's it.
Okay.
Those are the D lines. So they rotated them a lot, right? Jalen Carter was the mainstay, as he should be, and then everybody else was rotated pretty close, right? 35 to 30 between Davis, Graham, Smith, and Huff. Carter and Sweat were the outliers.
It's got fun tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Just checking in.
Just seeing how we are. Yeah, John, I don't mind putting all BG snaps in the first week. Get them in there while you can still move, and then we'll move on to the rest of the year.
But they gotta help Jalen Carter out too. He's gonna keep getting doubled until one of those guys on the edge. And one of those guys on the edge does something. And we're not going to expect a lot out of Jordan Davis in the pass rush. So you're not getting a lot out of him. So it really comes down to one of those two edge guys. What are they going to do to help him out? He's going to get doubled every single time. That's the only thing stopping him from winning Defensive Player of the Year. I'll keep saying it. He is that good.
Luke, I don't disagree with you at all.
I had a ticket last year, and then they went into a tailspin.
I
had defensive rookie of the year. I still think he should have won it.
Yeah, he should have.
I still think Milton Williams needs more snaps in that spot. I thought Jordan Davis did a really good job, more playing the nose tackle. I saw a little bit more dominance up front, right? A little more, pushing guys backwards. So that was promising, right? But I think the jury's out on this line, right? I think it's unfair to judge it completely off of 1 week.
Yeah.
I think you need sample sizes in this league. And I think you take sample sizes in 4-game stretches, right? It's not 16 anymore, but you still try to go that 4-5 game stretch to sort of get like, okay, what's our identity? What are our issues? It's hard to say after week 1, because like nothing was really like glaring for me. Besides, I thought we got carved in the run game a little bit at times. Greg doesn't really agree, but we agree, disagree on it, right? Like,
I don't think we were stout, but I didn't think it was that big of.
Well, I think 163 is a lot. I just think 163 is a lot. No matter if it's 2 guys, 1 guy, indifferent. Like, that's a lot of yards. I need you to be in the 120s, 130s. I can't have you getting gashed. I feel like there was times I was like, oh my God, now we don't want to tackle nobody. Right?
Yeah.
Where it was just big holes where, listen, I think it'll get better too, because it is a new system for guys too. And we got to, that's not an excuse, right? But defensively being out of position, like we talked about, offensively, there was no goddamn excuses. I don't care if they brought a guy from the English freaking Premier League, or somebody doesn't even speak the language. I don't care, right? I don't care. They've all played together for a while. So I didn't expect the rust with them as much as you can see the rust with the defense at times, right? Not rust, but like maybe being in the wrong gaps, right? Stuff like that. I shouldn't do that one.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. That's a good point. Because when you were talking about Jordan Davis earlier, he looked great in the first quarter. Now, maybe it's because he didn't play in preseason that much. It'll get better over time. But he got worse as the game went on. And that can't happen.
Oh, you're right.
We are over an hour in, and no one's giving me any Devin White credit, but that's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
It's week 1.
He got beat out. The only shot he has at playing is an injury.
I'm glad he got beat out. If that's real, right? You know what I mean? Like, then that's the way the system works.
Listen, as much as I like, whatever the conversation may have been, right, on who we think's better or whatever it is, like I'm very good with a guy we drafted to be the guy winning the fucking job. I got no problem with that. But
no, I don't have a problem with it. But I mean, if he was as good as what we were saying all summer, he would have won that job. That's what I'm saying. And he was never that good.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I was all for the signing because it couldn't have been any worse than it was last year. So I was for it. But
listen, but he's got to play better than he did in week 1, though.
Yeah.
Because grade-wise, he was bad. So, I don't go a lot off of that, obviously. Like Pro Football Focus, I don't judge everything off of that. But really bad ranking, which is not fun. So I'm okay with Vic's decision, right? Obviously, I'll back his decision, and I hope Nakobe is a guy. Because I thought he would be on draft night. Like I'm a big fan of this.
Me too, yeah.
So just because I'm a fan of Devin too doesn't mean I don't want to ever take it as like I wasn't a fan of Nakobe. It's weird because I really thought Devin under Vic could maybe get back to that all-pro capability, but maybe he just doesn't have it. Maybe he's not a smart football player. I don't know. I mean, Nakobe's known for being team captains and a really smart guy, so maybe it's just a lot of that stuff too. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just always the more talented guy wins jobs. Do you understand what the fuck we're saying? Like, Devin, do you understand?
Oh,
Like,
you're talking Devin.
you know, Devin, you understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he might be a moron. I don't know. He might be a moron.
You see what it says there? That says Adidas. Throwback.
Guys, I love
Throwback.
you. Guys, I love you. But his best game is the Eagles. Like, the only game he plays an Eagle.
Yeah.
Like, of course. And just him on the field making a tackle was like, wow. You know what I mean? Chris. I wish he did. I'm all about being famous. You know what I'm saying? Osama, we appreciate you being here. Probably not tonight. Probably not tonight to be here now. You know? Like, I posted the picture and I'm like, yeah, I didn't really think that through. I took that down right away. I didn't think that through.
Yeah. Why don't you change your handle, bud? Damn.
He says Phillies win the World Series, so
Yeah, and he said fuck the Cowboys, so let him have whatever handle he wants,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
No? Shit.
But before we get out of here, all jokes aside, 23 years later,
Yeah.
and I wish as a country we could be like we were on September 12th every day. September 11th and September 12th. Right? I wish we could get back to that as a country, because on September 12th we were all one country. We were all in it together.
Yep.
Something we've never seen. I know exactly where I was. Everybody does. I was alive for it. We know exactly what class we were in. I was in college. It was in the morning. Everything got canceled. You never forget the panic. They're like, whoa, like we never seen an attack like that on our soil and close to home too. And the lives lost, and the people affected, and the people that are so affected, the people who have lost loved ones, or the people who have gotten really sick. There's so much more to it of people who are still alive that are struggling. And that September 12th was a special day, given the circumstances. Given the circumstances, it became a special day because we rallied. And we don't do that enough. Yeah. It's a country that's divided.
Yeah, we were saying hello to strangers, respecting each other, and all of that.
And I'm not saying like we don't want tragedy to bring us together, but you want to remember. You want to remember some of the things in history that have happened that have brought us together. Yeah. Right, and you want to, you want to hope that never happens again. Right. And just the security changes, like going through an airport became like crazy, which was good. Like it should have been. Like it should have been crazy. Like I don't ever know why that wasn't nuts. Like you just do whatever you wanted to do. But yeah, crazy day. The only one who wasn't alive was Luke.
Yep.
But no, a day that changed this country for sure.
That's crazy to me.
A year off, just a year.
You're out. You were born in 2002, Luke?
Yep.
Damn, I graduated high school that year. Well, that's a miracle in and of itself, but that's a story for another day.
You call us daddy. You know what I mean? That's how ridiculously old we are. You know what I mean? I could almost had you. Like a junior just running around, not being protected, being a savage with it. I could have, I always think about that. I'm so glad I didn't have a kid when you're young, because now having one when you were 38, like Cass, like I'm seasoned. You know what I'm saying? I got patience, which I don't, but I'm seasoned. First grade, PBNJ. Wow.
Teacher didn't tell us anything.
That was the first year of college. It's crazy, but
I was a senior in high school.
I'm not here to tell people what to do, but I am here. I'm all about bringing people together, though, and we need to. Through the times we're in right now, like we're not in a per se situation like that at all, but we're in an economy that's being crushed, where you go spend $400 on groceries, you get nothing, right? Like we're an economy that is almost going to be third world. Right, if we don't rally together in some fashion, right? And put the politics aside here. This ain't that, right? But us as a country, we can't allow this to keep happening. Like, we got people who are going to lose their homes. We got, like, I'm telling you, this is a slippery slope this next year, right? And it hits home for me because everything's too expensive. Like, we haven't got more money in terms of like the people that are out there working. Like, our salaries have not gone up to match what everything else has. So how's that going to work? Somebody enlighten me, because all this shit's easy, right? But somebody enlighten me how that's going. I might have to run. You know what? I should fucking run, because like I said it from day one. It's the easiest thing to do in sports. If you win at home, if you fucking win at home, you're awesome. You're awesome. You are awesome and dominant. So in the world, if you win on your own soil and you're making money on your own fucking soil, and a lot of it, and you're protecting that soil, that's just 101 people. That ain't one side or the other side, because I ain't either side. I'm the common sense side. I mean, I can tell you who I think you should vote for, but I'm not going to tell you that. Okay? But if you have common sense, you should probably lean one way more than the other. Probably should, people. I'm doing this because this affects all of us. I'm doing this tonight, Greg. Fucking cancel my ass. Cancel me. Please, somebody out there, cancel me if you're going to vote for something that you just watched 4 years of. That's the end of the conversation. It's literally, there's no debates that need to happen anymore. There's no ads I need to see thrown in my face where all these ads could cover all the inflation. The amount of money spent on political ads could feed everybody for fucking years. Think about this, people.
Yeah.
And we're all drawn to this bullshit of two people who one probably cares more than the other. But I thought we were trying to get away from the same old stuff. Right? The same old stuff. You're talking about a country that doesn't have a young person per se, that's up and coming, that has the ability to run for office, that isn't something we've already went through in some way. Like, you're telling me we don't have that? No, they don't have the money to do it. That's the difference. That's the difference, because it's all money driven instead of always who's the best for us. But whoever you vote for should be somebody that you hope and you pray means what they're going to say, and it's going to lower the costs for everybody in this country, because there ain't nobody in this chat or on this show that is going to be able to survive this for another 4 years. There's no way. All right? So unless everybody wants to go fucking camping, make the right decision. This affects everybody. All right? The wrong decision affects everybody. You might not think it will. Affects everybody. Cancel me. I want it tonight. I want you, because I didn't say I'm one side or the other again. I'm in the middle. The common sense middle. Mike, you can survive this? Maybe. I mean, you're playing a guitar at the beach. You're probably living the fucking greatest life of all time. But I almost want to change spots with you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't. It's going to be 10 City. The whole fucking country going to be 10 City. See what happened in Camden? We're all going to be fucking 10 City. You know what everybody wants? 10 City? I might go buy an RV and just live out of it. Really contemplate it like every night, because I'm on, you get Instagram reels, you get stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm stuck in like the Tony RV guy.
Yeah, you can shower at a Planet Fitness. You're all set.
Kristen said it.
I haven't found, throughout all my rabbit holes, I haven't found that one yet. The Tony RV guy. No.
Look, you're a baby.
Yep, I like hearing that. I don't get to hear that up here that much. I'll take it.
Look, what side are you on this conversation as a youngster?
I will say I'm around a lot more people who agree with you. So new voters for, I won't say all, but the most part, at least my friends, I don't speak for everybody, but definitely agree with you.
Yeah, what happened with Shannon Sharp?
Oh,
I didn't hear it yet. But there was.
He went live as he was doing the business with some chick.
Yep.
And you can't see anything. It's just like his phone is just like on the table, but she drops a poppy or a pop.
And
yeah.
Terrell Owens, he tweeted the video. He's like, "Yep, that she sounds familiar to me." So
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, yep.
I
She
saw the
sounds
video though. Oh yeah, he's absolutely going to town on some chick, and he went he went live on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you heard.
I mean,
it.
I don't want to. I think it was.
It's only going to make his
her.
career stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That don't make his career strong.
Oh my dude, he went live like a few hours ago. I tuned in for 2 minutes. There's 200. There's 200,000 people watching live. 200,000 people.
Yeah. I'm going live on Facebook tomorrow, guys. It's over. We're gonna trend in some way. Hey, Len.
No one will see. Just make some noises.
Come on in. I love that. It was live. He probably did it on purpose.
Ted Sawyer said he watched the nightcap and he explained his IG live went off by mistake.
Yeah.
Well,
you got to hit too many buttons for that shit to go by mistake.
Well, either way, you pounded it. No time
he definitely pounded it already.
All right, boys.
Pound the like and pound her from behind.
Yeah. Oh my God. What was that?
No, with the zinger on the way out.
That guy ain't Jonathan Gannon. I'll tell you that much. Jonathan Gannon down there. He's willing to spin her around a little bit. Grab a little hair one time. You know what I mean, John? Grab a little hair, Johnny. See how it feels. Yo, he's not missionary here anymore. It feels good. You know what I mean? Noah's bending stuff over and Vix is telling you how it is. You know what I mean? What a time to be alive.
Hey, Josh K., it's after 11 o'clock at night. Your kid should be in bed. Family program. Get out of here.
That's been family in 10 years. Since the formation has not been family. Oh, man. What a night. I don't even know how much sports we talked. You know what I mean? It's like a COVID show. A COVID show. What? Sometimes you're previewing. Let's call it. I mean, we're previewing a weird week. Like it's a team the team that's sort of they drafted a quarterback. Like you know what I mean? There's a lot. The Atlanta Falcons are weird, and they haven't been good in a while. Like you know what I mean? They haven't been good enough. So it's not that like exciting Monday night where I don't know. You guys get where I'm going. Like Dallas is coming into town. And we're all fired up. This is a game we should not lose.
Yep.
Was he growling? Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Growling. You gotta do yourself a favor.
I don't know. I want to do myself that favor.
You won't be able to walk around tomorrow and not have people talking about it.
That's amazing. This guy's just going live. This is what it's come to. We're back to ATD After Dark, Angry Bear. You were right, brother. You were right. But it's a great show. We all got the Eagles winning.
Yeah.
All right. Noah, for some reason, is letting them off the hook with 27 points. Pete Evans, who chimed in, letting them off the hook with 24 points. I'll say it on the way out. If they don't walk into 30 weekly, and at some point I'll give them 28, right? At some point I'll lower the bar, but I'm not yet. You understand? I'm not yet. So if you ain't walking in 30 a night, we're going to be talking about that Monday night. We're going to be talking about that shit. And listen, just have common sense. You know what I mean? We'll leave you with that tonight. We learned a lot. We learned when Noah's got balloons. He's backdooring. It's a real fucking party over there. You know what I mean?
And the most common sense is on our way out. Pound that like button, just like Noah's pounding stuff.
Gotta go pound that balloon. I didn't mean it like that either. I meant to.
That's all in good fun.
30 for 30. Oh, I love it. I love it. ATD 30 for 30. What went wrong? Well, we had like 4 guys on shows who didn't talk. All right, I'm done. I'm going to go too far. That's Noe Eaton from behind. That's Luke Brown. That's Greg Watson. We didn't even talk Phillies.
3 likes to 40. 3 likes to 40.
Let's go. We're gonna wake up tomorrow over 100. Phils are hot. We'll talk
Phils are
about
hot.
them. We'll talk about them. Great win. Great series win.
Still worried about Ranger.
Fair.
Still worried about Ranger.
What do you have? 12 hits yesterday?
Just hasn't
What was
been
that?
right since he came back.
He was right the first time back, and it hasn't been right since then.
Yeah.
His first outing, he was good, right? Wasn't he? I feel like the first outing back, he was good. Or maybe that was
I could go back and
outing.
look.
It might have been Christopher's outing.
Yeah.
Christopher. Yeah, Christopher. Yeah.
But they're hot. And Alvarado's been hot, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Will said 6 scoreless.
6 or 7 the last scoreless out.
Hey.
He was filthy tonight.
Hey.
I think he had 6 pitches. I think it was 6 pitches. He got through an inning. I was worried. Alvarado in the 8th inning, I'm like, what are we doing?
We talked about sitting him down, right? And letting him breathe for a second, right? And he just so happens to have a family situation. Goes and whatever, gets whatever right they need to get right. Like we said, these guys are human beings. Stuff happens personally. Comes back, is able to breathe, is able to focus. They said he's one of the best guys around.
Yeah.
So something was obviously going on that was affecting him. And listen, that can translate to the field, man. It just can. So, credit for them allowing him to get it right, because if we want to walk down Broad Street,
he's got to be there.
We need Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right now, we absolutely need him.
And there's a great angle of the dugout last night, right before the brawl. He's one of the first guys up those steps, ready to get in the business.
Drifting you nail on the head on the way out again.
Yep.
There's no excuse not to be in the World Series this year. Couldn't agree more. Brian Mack says if we get Alvarado in the playoffs like the past few outings, we are good to go. Brian, spot on, baby.
Absolutely, Brian.
Spot on. Don, we see you, baby.
Let's go, Cubbies.
Let's go, Cubbies.
Let's go, Cubbies.
It's been 18
Dude, the Sixers are on in 30 days. Where's that shout out? Where are we at? 30 days.
Oh,
boy. 30 days. I'm talking about 1 seed and then a second round exit. Let's go. I am so ready to get hurt again. I am in. I am fully in to win freaking 64 games.
Come on, who's gonna be like number 40? Who's gonna be like 40 over on YouTube?
Who's gonna do it? All right, who's gonna have a set? All right, because I feel like a lot of people on YouTube tonight, and I'm not here to. I love you watching. All right, not here to call you out, but I am. All right. There's a couple guys in there that haven't grown a pair yet.
There's 35 of you watching. Can't all 35 of you be one of the 39 in there. Let's go.
I think the Sixers are going to be awesome. Sorry, just to do that on the way out. Like, I think they're going to be awesome. Like, I'm so excited because I think they're going to be awesome. And I just can't wait for them to be awesome. And then we'll get in the playoffs and we won't be, but I really can't wait for them to be awesome. This is the year. This is the fucking year. Let's fucking go. All right? Freaking loaded. I don't care what anybody says. We're loaded.
Love you, Wayne. Love it, Wayne.
Love it, Wayne. He says he always hits it on the way in.
That's what so we might as well show this one next.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
There we go. 40 and 41. Thank you.
We did it. Ladies and gentlemen.
Who were you?
It's about you. This is you. Look at yous.
F the Mets.
We got take pictures of them now. They're not on camera like us. We screenshot these comments. Those are the same people calling us idiots when we're falling for it.
It's true.
Yep. Just saying.
Definitely better than the Knicks. Hey. I'll give you that.
Been fun, boys.
You see Tyrese Maxey's, girl? Oh.
She's a hooper. Is she a hooper?
Here you go.
Marilyn Terrapin, hooper.
Yep. There's a top 5 MVP. And you write that in. Write that in from behind, too. All right. We're back. While we're back there, you can put him in top 5 MVP conversation. Yeah, you get a girl looking like that, man. You
gotta ball out.
Oh, your confidence goes sky high.
You gotta ball out.
Oh, you
can't let that down.
Yeah, your loins are feeling good every game. You're feeling really good in your loins. All right, we love you all. We thank you. Go Birds. Monday night we'll be on. Sunday show we're gonna go on after the game, obviously. So we'll be here for a post game. So don't expect a Sunday. All right, this is another criteria for no reason. All right, so we'll see you Monday night. There's a program announcement. I can go all night, Josh. That's the last one. We're out of here. See you guys.